Don't give them your money. Right, on this week's Tech Tuesday, I'm going to show you how to blend this bit of pipe onto this bit of pipe, a bit like we've got here. Now, normally, a lot of people will resort to using fancy machines with either hole saws that will drill like a hole through the side, or linishing machines where it'll sort of sand the right profile into it, and you don't need any of that because you've got me. So I'll show you how we can do it with just a marker pen and a grinder. So what you want to do, and this applies if you want to make an exhaust, a roll cage, anything that's tube, this will sort you out. So you want to sit it where you want it, whether it be in an angle or square. At the moment we're going on square. So sit it on, you get his marker pen, and we follow this tube against that one. So you get a bit of a mark going. Now you don't want to move this other piece that's sat on top too far just yet. Try to keep it steady. Your other side, do the same thing. Follow the profile of the other tube, just resting the side of the pen on the tube, letting it put a mark on the other one. Make sure we've got everything. So there we've got this rough guide of the first cut that you're going to make. And all you want to do is get your grinder and go for your cutting disc first. And when you're using one of these, you want a pair of these ideally. So make sure you've got some. Put them on and we'll just take this off. And what you want to do, instead of just trying to go in and follow the curve, you actually want to go in at an angle like that, and it'll cut that piece off just the shape you want. So So we're not trying to follow the line, you're just trying to line the angle of the grinder up with your line at first. And same again on the other side. And then you're going to want to neaten it up with a flap disc. Now, you don't really want a new flap disc. You want something that's nice and worn. Everyone's got them. Because you don't want it to be too vicious. You don't want it to take loads of material out. Just steady away. So a nice worn down one. We want that. And just neaten it up and take some of the burrs off. So now we're halfway there. We've kind of got it set on, but we're not quite there. There's still a gap either side. So again, what you want to do is run your pen over just the same as last time. Just the side of the pen resting on the tube, just to get your guide going with the marker pen. Same on the other side. It's a bit easier to hold it in place now because it's not going to move about so much. Just give you something to follow. So there we've got another line. I'll cut that out just the same as the first time. And again, now we've got a second cut, you just want to deburr it with your worn down flat disc again and just get the shape. Getting somewhere near now. So now we've got to the point where we're onto a second cut, and when you put that on there, we're looking fairly close now. Like if you were MIG welding a cage or something like that where you can fill a good gap, you might get away with that, but we're going perfection. So what we're going to do now is these fairly square edges on the end, we're going to round them over on both sides, and then what we're going to do on the inside, we're going to run the grinder like that, and we're going to thin those edges out just on the tips so it'll sit nicely on the tube. So I'll show you. So now, bit by bit, we're getting closer. So when you look at that now, it's a nice closed down gap. And if there's anywhere where you think there's a bit of a gap, what you want to do is instead of, find my marker pen, instead of holding it against the tube like that, you want to get the nib of the pen right in there, and you want to just draw it in there, and you get a really, really fine line just to follow. And all you want to do is take that black permanent marker off. You don't want to go beyond that, because that's where you're going to make more gaps and it's going to look all gappy and it's not going to weld up nice. So, I mean, that at the moment, if you look in there, that's fairly tight and nice now. So that isn't going to need much off. You can get away with welding that nicely now. There, we want to take a bit more off, and where the permanent marker's thinner, I want to take less off, and then that'll make it fit absolutely perfect. So we'll just take his last bits off. You'd have no trouble TIG welding that really nicely now. And it's stuff like this. There's a bit of skill involved, but if it saves you buying 500 quid's worth of kit, 200 quid's worth of machine or whole saw thing, well, you're saving money. What better tip?
Spoken by a true northerner.
Oh, absolutely. Don't give them your money. Why buy it when you can make it at home?